Going to talk about a very important issue, climate change. Have you ever noticed that summers are becoming very hotter, rains are heavier, and winter feels shorter? That is because of climate change. Climate change is not just a topic in books, it is happening around us right now. But if we understand it better, we can also take action to stop it. Project work of Science 2082. It's about the climate change. Context. In the context there is given climate change. First, what do you mean by climate change? We need to know about that. Now, its effect, causes, reasons, example and its solution to save our earth. Hello everyone, my name is Aasha Adhikari and I am a class 10 student from Brighter Academy Simara to Bara, Nepal. Today I am really excited to talk about one of the biggest challenges our planet faces. It's climate change. Imagine Earth has a giant thermostat. It's supposed to keep temperature just right for life. But right now that thermostat is broken and we are the ones turning up the heat. In this 10-minute video, we will break it down simply, like reserve phenomenon would. What climate change is, why it's happening, its effect, and what we can do. By the end, you will see it's not just a distant problem. It's affecting us in Nepal too. Let's dive in. What is climate change? First, let's define it clearly. Climate change refers to long-term shifts in temperature, weather patterns, and natural system on Earth. It's not the same as weather, which changes day to day. Climate is the average over years or decades. At its core, it's driven by global warming. The Earth's average temperature has risen by about 1.1 degrees Celsius since the late 80s. According to the scientists at IPCC, Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, think of it like a blanket around the Earth. The atmosphere traps heat from the sun, which is natural process, and keep us warm. But we are adding extra blanket, making it too hot. The key players: greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide. These gases act like a greenhouse roof, letting sunlight in but trapping heat. Without them, Earth would be a frozen ball. But too much and we overeat. Fun fact, carbon dioxide levels are now at 420 parts per million, the highest in 80 lakh years. Based on ice core data, that's a hidden storm leak. Scientists reconstruct this from ancient air balls trapped in Antarctic ice, revealing truths about our planet history. Causes of the climate change. Now, why is it happening? It's mostly us human. Anthropogenic causes. Let's break it down with the first principle. Everything stems from burning fossil fuel and disrupting natural balances. Fossil fuel. Burning coal, oil and gas for electricity, transportation and industry release massive carbon dioxide. Elite operators in energy sector know this ineffective structure ships fuel, drive profits, but they leak emissions that warm the planet. Globally, this accounts for 75% of greenhouse gas. Second one is deforestation. Cutting down trees for farming or cities removes natural carbon dioxide absorbers. Trees are like lungs for Earth. Without them, carbon dioxide builds up. In Nepal, we are losing forests in the Tarai region, worsening local flow. Third one is agriculture and livestock. Cows and rice paddies produce methane, a gas 25 times more potent than carbon dioxide over 100 years. Industrial farming adds nitrous oxide from fertilizer. Other factors: natural causes like volcanic eruption add some gases, but they are minor compared to human ones. Paradox. We are the dominant force now, running a stable system on stubble. Hidden insight from convert case studies. Oil companies news about this since the 1970s. From leakage internal memos, but instinctive favor denial. Reconstructing from fragment, we see how economic system prioritizes short-term gains over long-term paternal health. Evidence and effect. The evidence is everywhere. Scientists use satellite, weather station and models to track it. Temperatures are rising, ice caps are melting and oceans are warming. Effects. Let's categorize them. First, global warming and extreme weather. Hotter air holds more moisture, leading to storms, droughts, and heat waves. Remember the 2023 floods in Pakistan? That's the paradox. Warmer climate means both floods and droughts. Second one is sea level rise. Melting glaciers and expanding ocean could raise sea by 1 meter by 2100 folding coastal areas. For Nepal, though landlocked, these ties to our Himalayan glaciers, like those feeding the Ganges, are melting faster, rising water shortage for millions. Third, biodiversity loss. Animals and plants can't adapt quickly. Coral reefs are bleaching, species like poor whales are starving, and in Nepal, snow leopard face habitat loss for shifting snowland. Last one is ocean acidification. Carbon dioxide dissolves in water, making ocean 30% more acidic, harming marine life like sea shellfish. Using a metal model like diabolic interconnected system, climate is a way full one trade, like warming and ecosystem unable. Elite workflows from NASA reveal this through satellite data, showing hidden patterns like accelerated Arctic melt. Impacts on humans and Nepal. Climate change isn't an abstract, it hits humans hard. Food shortage from failed crops, water scarcity, and diseases like malaria spreading to new areas. Economically, disaster cost billions. Poor countries suffer the most. In Nepal, it's personal. Our mountains are warming twice as fast as the global average. Glaciers have lost 25% of their max since 1970. Per IC mode study, this means more glacial lake outbursts force drops, like the 1985 Dig disaster. Agriculture. Our backbone faces erratic monsoon drops in the west, falls in the east. Health-wise, the heat waves increase respiratory issues, and the landslide displaces communities. Paradox from elite frameworks. Wealthy nations cause most emotion, but vulnerable ones like Nepal pay the price. Reconstruct the trust and truth. Per capita, Nepal emits little carbon dioxide, 0.5 tons per person versus USA 15. Yet we face outside risks due to geography. Solution and what we can do. The good news, we can fix this through mitigation, reducing causes and adoption, coping with effect. Think like Elon Musk. Scale solution with innovation. The first one is mitigation. Switch to renewables like solar and wind. Nepal has huge hydro potential. Reforest. Plant trees to absorb more carbon dioxide. Governments must enforce policy. The Paris Agreement aims to limit warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius. Adoption. Build resilient infrastructure like early warning system for floods in Nepal. Farmers can use drought-resistant crops at individual levels. First, reduce cut energy less, turn off the lights, use public transportation, save 1 ton carbon dioxide year per person. Second one is reuse and recycle. Minimize waste and compost organics to cut methane. Third, advocate. Join campaigns or school clubs. The last one is educate. Use sharp fact and apps like carbon footprint calculator to track your impact. Hidden tools from elite operators, the 80/20 rule, Pareto principle. The 80% of emission come from 20% of sources. To target the big ones like transportation, script like simple Python trackers. Example, code to log daily energy use. Help but start with habit. In the conclusion, in summary, climate change is a human-driven crisis disrupting our planet's balance. But with the knowledge and action, we can turn it around. As a strain, I see the urgency. Let's be the generation that fixes this thermostat. Remember phenomenon's wisdom. Understand deeply, act simply. What will you do today? Thanks for watching. If there is any question, comment below.